Hello everyone, welcome to my next live stream. I'm Aqua Alex Cardinale, and today I'm going to be talking about another favorite monster catfish of mine. Before I begin, I would like to wish everyone a happy Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you're having a great weekend, and I appreciate you taking the time to join me today as I talk about another favorite catfish of mine. So today I'm going to be talking about the Tiger Shovelnose Catfish. This is another catfish from South America that is very popular in the aquarium hobby. Last week we talked about the Redtail catfish, which is extremely popular in the aquarium hobby. And today we're going to talk about the Tiger Shovelnose catfish. So the Tiger Shovelnose catfish does not grow as big as the red-tailed catfish. They usually get about 2 or 3 lengths, which makes them more suitable for larger aquariums and ponds than the red-tailed catfish. Now currently I have a 9 to 10 inch Tiger Shovelnose, and I'm currently growing out a juvenile Tiger Shovelnose that's about 4 or 5 inches in length. And I've always been a big fan of Tiger Shovelnose. I like their colors. They have a gorgeous pattern, a nice tiger pattern, and I love their personality. The way they eat is very interesting to me. I love watching them swallow their food. It's very unique and unorthodox compared to other fish and other catfish. So I look forward to talking about the Tiger Shovelnose with you. And if you are and you're watching this on the live stream right here on Facebook, if you happen to have any questions on the Tiger Shovelnose, feel free to post them in the comments below and I will answer them on the live stream. If you're watching this in the archived version of YouTube, if you're watching a YouTube video, leave the comments in the comment section on YouTube and I will reply to you on YouTube. Hey Matt, how you doing today? So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the Tiger Shovelnose. Now, the Tiger Shovelnose originates from South America. They come from all over the Amazon River. You can find them in Peru, Colombia, Brazil, Venezuela, and a couple other countries in South America. Now, the Tiger Shovelnose is a food fish in South America. Unlike the red-tail catfish, where locals don't eat the red-tail catfish because they're black, they have black meat. The locals to the Amazon River and South America, they do eat the Tiger Shovelnose, unfortunately. But that's what natives eat, and they rely on Amazon River for food, like Tiger Shovelnose, pacu, etc. And as an aquarium hobbyist, I can't really get mad, but it does bother me that fish that I like to keep in aquariums do get eaten in the wild. But that's beyond our subject of discussion for today. Today we're talking about keeping the Tiger Shovelnose in a home aquarium. Now, one thing that I find particularly interesting for the Tiger Shovelnose is that in the wild, they use their barbels or whiskers to navigate dark, murky waters to help understand where they are and also where they're going to locate prey. So, in the wild, they eat live fish. They are fishivores, And they'll also eat crustaceans like shrimp and clams. So tiger shovelnose have a huge diet, and in the wild they use their whiskers and barbels, whatever you want to call them, to locate their prey, which, like I said, is small fish and crustaceans. Now, they are called the tiger shovelnose because their mouth resembles a shovel. It's a very large-mouthed catfish that is able to swallow prey. They could probably swallow fish that are decent sized compared to them, and they will eat smaller fish. So you have to be careful in a home aquarium keeping these with anything that could be eaten. They like to scarf down their food. Now, I'm going to do a feeding video on my YouTube channel of my tiger shovelnose eating sometime in the future, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But tiger shovelnose, the way they eat it, they attack the food right away and swallow it is very, very interesting. And I'm sure other keepers of tiger shovelnose will agree with me that tiger shovelnose are one of the most interesting species of predatory catfish to watch eat. Okay, so let's get into the basic care requirements for the tiger shovelnose, and I have my notes here. I could probably go ad lib without using notes, but I figured notes would be something that I could use so that I keep this video organized. Because if I don't have it organized, I'll just ramble on, and this video could be 45 minutes to 2 hours long. So we'll just use notes for now on, and we'll have a lot of fun. So tiger shovelnose, like I said earlier, they grow to be about 2 feet to 3 feet in length, although in the wild they can grow to 4 feet in length. But you have to imagine in the wild they have a whole lot of area to swim, and they're getting access to a lot of fish to eat. So in aquariums, they don't have a big surface area where they could grow. And unless you're providing them live fish every single day, they're not going to be eating everyday live fish. So 2 to 3 feet in length is the size you could expect your tiger shovelnose to get. Now, they are relatively fast growers, just like the redtail catfish. So if you do get a tiger shovelnose, even as a juvenile, it should realistically be in a tank that is bigger than 55 gallons, even as a juvenile. So for juvenile tiger shovelnose, you could start them off in a 75-gallon aquarium or a 90-gallon aquarium and keep them in there until they get about a foot long. Then after that, you're going to want to get at least a 180-gallon aquarium to 200 gallons, 300, etc. But if you're going to keep a tiger shovelnose for its full life, you're going to want at least a 300-gallon aquarium to a 500-gallon aquarium. And that's because this fish does grow quick and they do get pretty big. Now, unlike the redtail catfish, the tiger shovelnose is actually pretty active. They will swim during the day and they will swim during the night. My 2 tiger shovelnose are very active all the time, and I see them swimming during the day when I have the light on, and also during the night. So it's very important to know that this is an active catfish, and it will appreciate swimming space and being in a large environment. So provide them the best sized aquarium that you can, and they will be happy. All right, water parameters. They come from South America, and they require the same parameters for as other monster catfish like redtail and marvelacaras. You can keep them in a pH anywhere from 6.0 to 7.5. Of course, you want your ammonia to be 0. And the temperature for your tank should be anywhere from 72 degrees Fahrenheit up to 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Tiger shovelnose catfish are really hardy once they are past 4 or 5 inches. When they are juveniles, they can be a little sensitive. So Personally, if you don't have experience raising sensitive fish, because like I said, juvenile Tiger Shovelnose are quite sensitive, I would recommend purchasing a Tiger Shovelnose above 5 inches. I myself have had some experiences where I've raised successfully juvenile Tiger Shovelnose, and then I've also had some failures raising juvenile Tiger Shovelnose. But the biggest thing I found to raising Tiger Shovelnose juveniles is to have clean water, so that means doing daily water changes, over filtering your aquarium, and providing a good steady diet. And I'll talk about feeding juvenile and adult Tiger Shovelnose in a minute. One thing I did want to mention is that juvenile Tiger Shovelnose do look a lot different than adults. I actually prefer the juvenile look to the adult look of a Tiger Shovelnose, although an adult Tiger Shovelnose is pretty gorgeous as well. The juvenile Tiger Shovelnose is brown and white with some nice black stripes. And as the fish grows, they lose the brown and white color and become gray, and then they get a lot of tiger stripes. Now, it is very important to have decor in the home aquarium for your Tiger Shovelnose. Decor will help your Tiger Shovelnose settle in quickly, and it'll also help your Tiger Shovelnose feel secure in your home aquarium. They will hide in it if they feel threatened, and they will hide if they feel like there's a predator in the aquarium that's going to go after them. So you could use driftwood, you could use rocks, basically anything that is big enough for your Tiger Shovelnose to fit in. Alright, let's talk about feeding the Tiger Shovelnose. They are fishivores in nature, which means they eat fish, little fish. So don't keep them with things like tiger barbs or anything that is small enough to fit in their mouth, because it will become lunch. And it'll become a quick lunch. They are able to swallow prey quickly with their big shovel mouths. So keep that in mind. So what I recommend feeding Tiger Shovelnose is market shrimp, tilapia, cod, and earthworms. That's exactly what I feed my catfish, and I've noticed that it's helped them grow quickly, and I noticed that they love it. They gorge themselves on it, and I think it's something that a lot of people will say their catfish are eating as well, because I know tilapia and shrimp are common foods for Tiger Shovelnose and other monster fish. Now, you could get them on Hikari carnivore pellets and things like that. I haven't had such luck, but if I kept trying, I probably could get them to eat it, but they don't get those foods in the wild. So I like to stay as natural as I can. That's why I recommend feeding market shrimp, tilapia, chopped up pieces of cod, and earthworms. Now, as far as live food goes, stay away from feeder goldfish and stay away from guppies. They have no nutritional value for your fish. So if you're going to want to feed live food, I recommend breeding some tetras and things like that, or breeding convicts and then feeding those to your Tiger Shovelnose, because they will have a lot more nutritional value because you've been feeding the barbs or tetras or convicts, and they don't have the enzyme in them that goldfish have that causes hole in the head and other parasites. So feeding is relatively simple for the Tiger Shovelnose. Avoid fish that are too small to be eaten and feed them market shrimp and other meaty foods. Let's talk about tank mates. Tank mates is a topic that a lot of people wonder about when it comes to fish. The Tiger Shovelnose is not an aggressive fish by any means of the imagination. They are predatory. They do grow big. That's the only aggressive thing about them. They cannot be kept with neon tetras. They cannot be kept with gouramis or any community fish. They have to be kept with fish similar to their size. So I recommend keeping them with other large growing catfish like the Lima Shovelnose, other Tiger Shovelnose, Marble Acara, Durant cats, Redtail cats. You can keep them with Oscars, arowanas, stingrays, um, and other large growing fish. You can also do datnoids, silver dollars. So keep them with fish that are going to grow to a decent size that they won't be able to swallow. And the last topic I have today for the Tiger Shovelnose is why I recommend wild-caught Tiger Shovelnose over captive-bred Tiger Shovelnose. Now, the wild-caught Tiger Shovelnose I have found to be more hardy than the captive-bred Tiger Shovelnose that come from Japan. The captive-bred Tiger Shovelnose, they are so commercialized and they are bred so much that they often have a lot of abnormalities to them. Like they'll have a messed up shovel mouth, they'll have messed up fins. That's not something I look for in a Tiger Shovelnose. So if possible, I always recommend getting a wild-caught Tiger Shovelnose. Now you can get a wild-caught Tiger Shovelnose from people like Predatory Fins, Malone's Monsters, and other monster fish suppliers. Both of my Tiger Shovelnose are wild-caught. I have a wild-caught Tigrinum Tiger Shovelnose from Predatory Fins, and I have a wild-caught juvenile Fasciatum Tiger Shovelnose from Malone's Monsters. I like the wild-caught Tiger Shovelnose because they exhibit cool colorations, they exhibit that fierce and ferocious predatory attitude, and they're a lot hardier than captive-bred Tiger Shovelnose. Okay, that's pretty much everything I have for the Tiger Shovelnose Catfish. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments and I will answer them. And I look forward to answering any of your questions. So I'm going to read some of the comments that we have during our live stream. My good friend Matt says you should get a stingray for your aquarium. I would love to get a stingray for my freshwater aquarium. Unfortunately, in Florida, freshwater stingrays are illegal, so I would have a hard time obtaining a freshwater stingray, which would be like a Matoro stingray or a Apology stingray. I'd have an extremely hard time getting a hold of one. But there are ways for me to get one if I truly wanted one. If I had a tank big enough for one, I would be able to get one. Maybe in the future, I will be able to get a stingray. I've had them in the past in Massachusetts, and they are a blast to keep. I really enjoy stingrays, and I'm so jealous of everybody that has the opportunity to keep stingrays. I'm glad you brought that up because that is a topic that I do want to talk about, and that is a topic that I want to have a special guest for. So hopefully in a couple of weeks we will have somebody that's knowledgeable on stingrays on this live video. Okay, so I think I've covered everything on the Tiger Shovelnose. And if you guys are wondering what Tiger Shovelnose look like, I will have pictures in the archived version of this video that gets uploaded to YouTube. And there's also pictures on the Facebook event that you can check out. And that will be something that you guys will enjoy looking at. So, in every live video that I do, I'm going to end the video with a special shout out to somebody who deserves it. So, this week's shout out is going to be a sad one, but I feel it should be heard by fish keepers and people that watch my live videos. So, my shout out goes to Tamed Waters, which is an online tropical fish business. Check out their Facebook page, Tamed Waters. Phil is doing a fundraiser for someone who lost her life. Her name is Trinity. She was a young girl that was hit in the head by a stray bullet from gang violence, which is really unfortunate. And she got hit in the head with a bullet on a birthday party when she was on a trampoline, and that is terribly sad. You never want to hear that, especially for somebody so young. She fought for over a week, but sadly lost her life, unfortunately. So he's doing a fundraiser to raise some money so that she can have a proper burial and she gets more recognized, I guess you could say. So I definitely suggest and recommend you check out Tamed Waters. If you are in the Minneapolis area, check out his fish store, and a part of your purchase will go to that fundraiser. But if you're in Florida or Massachusetts or other states, you can donate. He has given me his PayPal email, which is tamedwaters@gmail.com. So if you can donate to this fundraiser, go to tamedwaters@gmail.com, and that's the PayPal email. So once again, the PayPal email is tamedwaters@gmail.com. All right. Thank you guys for tuning into this week's live video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you learned a lot about the Tiger Shovelnose Catfish. So if you do know somebody that would like to be a special guest on these live videos, I have 4 or 5 openings for this summer. So please get a hold of me on Facebook, Alex Cardinale, with that person's contact information, and I'll book it. With that being said, have a great rest of your Memorial Day weekend, and I will see you next Sunday night, where I'll be talking about another South American catfish. Next week's topic is going to be about a catfish that eats freshwater dolphin meat and pieces of chopped up fish from the fish market in the wild. Next Sunday at 8 p.m., we will be talking about the vulture catfish. So tune into that one. And again, I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it around on social media, and I will see you on our next video. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and take care.